I'm Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's news update for Wednesday, September the 18th, 2013. A terror attack was prevented today in Israel. Army radio reports that Israeli security forces stopped a Palestinian man at a checkpoint in the West Bank near Nablus when police and soldiers noticed that the man was carrying a pistol. When they began to conduct a body search on him, the man tried to pull a knife on them. The man was arrested, and investigators say he later admitted to his plans to kill an IDF soldier. The Palestinian man remains in custody for further questioning. And Jerusalem police arrested 2 leaders of the northern branch of the Islamic movement for disturbing the peace today. 2 Israeli policemen were lightly injured when Palestinians threw rocks at them this morning near the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. They used riot control measures to calm the situation and arrested 3 men, including the 2 Islamic leaders. Following up on a story from yesterday, the head of the Atomic Energy Organization of Iran, Ali Akbar Salehi, strongly denied reports regarding his country's willingness to shut down the underground uranium enrichment facility in the city of Forda. As we had reported to you, German magazine Der Spiegel had cited intelligence sources saying that newly elected Iranian President Hassan Rouhani was perhaps willing to close the Fordo facility on condition that the West agreed to lift sanctions against Iran. However, Salehi denied the report and told the IRNA news agency that such a message was never given by him, and it is unlikely that such a declaration was ever made. But Salehi also said that he was optimistic regarding a settlement on his country's nuclear issue. He said Iran is ready to enhance and strengthen engagement with the IAEA, the International Atomic Energy Agency. Meanwhile, President Barack Obama said last night that Iran's new president appears to want to open a dialogue with the U.S.
There is an opportunity here for diplomacy. I hope the Iranians take advantage of it. There are indications that Rouhani, the new president, is somebody who is looking to open dialogue with the West and with the United States in a way that we haven't seen in the past. And so we should test it.
And Israel's finance minister Yair Lapid addressed Israel's relationship with the new Iranian regime during an interview to CNN yesterday, where Lapid told CNN's Christian Amanpour that Iran's words had to be followed up by actions. Lapid said that since Rouhani took office, Iran has installed an additional 7,000 new centrifuges. He said when the reactor in Qom will be closed, when they will stop enriching uranium, when they take off the enriched uranium they already have, then we can discuss the fact whether we can all hold hands and sing hallelujah together. Meanwhile, Reuters reports that the U.S. has criticized an Arab initiative to single out Israel over its alleged nuclear arsenal. Arab states proposed a resolution at a UN nuclear agency meeting expressing concern about, quote, Israeli nuclear capabilities. The U.S. said yesterday that such a resolution would hurt diplomatic efforts to ban weapons of mass destruction in the Middle East. U.S. and Israeli officials have both said that a nuclear arms-free zone in the Middle East could not be a reality until there was broad Arab-Israeli peace and until Iran curbed its nuclear program. U.S. Ambassador to the International Atomic Energy Agency Joseph McManus told Reuters that the Arab resolution, quote, does not advance our shared goal of progress toward a WMD-free zone in the Middle East. Instead, he said it undermines efforts at constructive dialogue toward that common objective. The Israeli government has asked Germany to take action in retrieving an art collection and returning it to the heirs of its Jewish owners. The owners were forced to sell the collection to the Nazi regime in 1935 in a process the heirs claim was illegal. Israeli Culture Minister Limor Livnat sent a letter to her German counterpart Bernhard Neumann stating that Israel considers the return of the treasures as an issue of, quote, great importance to the Jewish people in general and to Holocaust survivors in Israel and the world in particular. She referred in the letter to the Terezin Declaration, a non-binding set of guiding principles aimed at faster, more open and transparent restitution of art and private and communal property taken by force or under duress during the Holocaust. The declaration was signed by 46 countries, including Germany, back in 2009. Liebknecht wrote in her letter, the declaration is based on a moral principle according to which art and cultural property that was stolen from Holocaust victims by the Nazis will be returned to the victims and their heirs in a manner that corresponds with national laws and regulations, as well as with international commitments, in order to achieve a fair and just solution. The collection, which is of medieval gold artifacts known as the Gelf collection or Welfenschatz, is, according to its heirs, worth between $133 million and $400 million. Christian lawmakers from 20 countries will be in Israel later this week to express their support for the Jewish state. At an event hosted by the Israel Allies Foundation, the International Christian Embassy in Jerusalem, and the World Jewish Congress, 25 Christian parliamentarians and congressmen are expected to participate in the three-day conference that will address current issues facing Israel, including regional threats, strategic border implications, and the growing BDS or boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement. World Jewish Congress President Ronald Lauder, who will address the conference on Sunday, praised the upcoming event in the Israeli capital as an important sign that Israel does not stand alone in the world. Lauder said this conference is ample proof that Israel has strong Christian allies in parliaments and governments around the world on which it can rely. The World Jewish Congress will continue to work on widening this important coalition, he said, and increase cooperation with our Christian friends. The conference will also participate in the International Christian Embassy's annual gathering of over 5,000 supporters of Israel from 90 different nations for the Sukkot holidays Feast of the Tabernacles. And finally today, with the beginning of the Sukkot holiday this evening, Shalom TV will be broadcasting live Sukkot services from New York City's Central Synagogue at 6 this evening and then tomorrow morning at 8. And that's Shalom TV's news update for Wednesday, September the 18th, 2013. I'm Teisha Bader. Chag Sameach.